Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, your favorite tarot reader, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at how do people see you in the first meeting. Have you ever felt like someone's secretly against you, where there's a weird energy there and you just can't figure out why? Well, that happened to me recently with friendship drama, and I know you love a little tease, so I'll share without giving too much away. And let me tell you, what I discovered completely shocked me. To get clarity, I tried something that actually works thanks to today's video partner, Psychic Source. Some friends of mine started having their own conversations without me. At first, I tried to not take it personally, but then the little petty, passive-aggressive comments and jabs started. Someone else pointed this out to me, and I realized something is off. So that's when I booked 3 different psychics and Psychic Source to see if I'd get similar messages, and I did. The first psychic told me that one of them basically stopped me from growing the other friendships and that they're not real friends. The second psychic said something very similar, that they're fake, shallow, jealous, and that I intimidate them, which I didn't expect. She said that they act helpful but aren't really supportive, which is such weird behavior in my opinion. Now, the third psychic told me something that literally blew my mind. She revealed that gossip twisted how they saw me and that others' lies had affected the group dynamic. And I just don't get why you would believe somebody else's lies over asking me the truth. Suddenly, I could see my blind spots and who I couldn't trust. I didn't want to stop with just one reading. I wanted to be sure. After talking to all the 3 different psychics, what amazed me was how their insights lined up. Each one gave me a piece of the puzzle that helped me see the bigger picture. That is the beauty of Psychic Source. You're not limited to one style or one perspective. You can choose how you want your reading, whether by phone, video, or chat, whatever feels most comfortable. And because only 2% of applicants are accepted, you know you're connecting with someone truly gifted. And if it doesn't resonate, they have a satisfaction guarantee. Their accuracy was scary in the best way. They knew exactly what happened as if they were there, and it helped me see the situation clearly. If you need answers like me about love, career, or anything in life, Psychic Source is hooking up new customers in my community with a special deal. Use my code Siren at trypsychicsource.com/siren when checking out, or you can use my link in the description box below at trypsychicsource.com/siren. For a limited time, you can get 40 minutes with an advisor for just $19.80. That's up to a $240 value. No other service comes close to offering this kind of deal. Don't wait, find the clarity you need today. They also donate 1% of your purchase to charity, which I really respect and admire. Thank you to Psychic Source for sponsoring today's video. Getting back to your pile selection, for pile 1 we have Strawberry Obsidian with the 4 of Wands. For pile 2 we have Tiger's Eye with the 8 of Swords. And for pile 3 we have Amethyst with the King of Cups. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever one you're most drawn to. So once you are done picking a pile, you can find your timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi pile 1, if you chose the Strawberry Obsidian Crystal and the 4 of Wands, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how do people see you in the first meeting. Please be aware that this is a general reading, only take what resonates, leave the rest, and now I'm going to go ahead and shuffle your cards. Spirit guides of pile 1. How do people see them in the first meeting? How do people see them in the first meeting? So we have the Queen of Pentacles showing up reverse. We have the King of Pentacles upright. We have the Ace of Wands reverse. We have the Magician reverse. And we have the Ace of Cups. So some people are wary in the first meeting because of maybe trust issues. I see you meeting a lot of people that have trust issues and they're kind of cautious, like not knowing whether to trust you or other people when they first meet people. However, with the Four of Wands, there is this feeling of you being very warm, inviting, very friendly, where they feel like they can truly be your friend in the first meeting. You almost seem like very extroverted and fun, but at the same time, you do seem responsible. You don't seem like reckless in any type of way in the first meeting. You also seem outgoing, not shy. Even if you are shy, they think you don't seem shy. You seem like outgoing. You seem confident when you're talking to people for the first time. And you seem like that type of person that has like a close-knit friend group where those friends you've had have been in your life for like years. That's what they assume. And there's kind of been like loyalty in that friendship group for years. Some people might even perceive it as it might be hard to get into your friendship group because you've known them for so long that it's like hard to compete against friends you've known for so long if someone like wants to become your friend. I'm seeing someone take a lot of selfies, so they could perceive you as that type of person that like likes to take a lot of pictures, likes to post it online. Maybe they even wonder like what your social media looks like. Maybe they want to follow you and are curious to see about, yeah, just your social media in general. You seem very calm. Some of you seem kind of spiritual when they first meet you, or like a little bit boho or free-spirited. I'm seeing that kind of energy in my mind's eye. Something about you smelling good as well. That's what people notice when they first meet you. I hear crush. Some people crush on you when they first meet you. And some people guess that you're around age 23. Even if you're like, I guess there's different people watching with different age groups watching, but like some people kind of perceive you as being in your 20s, even if you're not. But I guess just take it as it resonates, because I feel like not everybody would perhaps resonate with that. But maybe if you're like 40, for example, people think you look 30. So something about youthful energy showing up here. People perceive you as someone that was probably a little bit reckless and impulsive in your younger years, but now you've kind of like learned to not be like that. They assume you were like that based off your first meeting. They assume that maybe you went through life and you had to grow up. Some people kind of think you're a little bit mean when they first meet you before they like get to know you and talk to you. For example, you know, if you're someone that has like a very stoic facial expression, maybe some people are intimidated by that and they think you'd be mean or rude to them. But then when they actually talk to you, they see that you're very warm and inviting, and it's quite the opposite. Or like, let's say someone just assumes you would be that way, but then you're actually the opposite. I see that type of energy here. People think in their first meeting with you that you're in that stage of your life where maybe you're not financially like free yet, but you're building towards that, and you're kind of trying to save, build up your credit score, like build your own stability in some way. But people might think that you're a little bit of a shopaholic. I don't know why I'm seeing that. Some people might even see you as someone that like carries yourself like royalty, because I'm seeing a crown in my mind's eye, like a royal crown. So some people might think you carry yourself with like queen or king energy, or you have this very like classy energy about you. Again, some people think that you're very like cool and fun to be around, probably the life of the party. People also think you'd probably have a good music taste or be very musically inclined in their first meeting with you. Some people are afraid of being deceived, and then they're afraid of you kind of like not necessarily deceiving them, but like pretending to be trustworthy. But I don't think it's anything you're doing per se that makes them think that. Again, I feel like you just meet a lot of people with maybe like trust issues. And of course, when you're first meeting someone like a stranger, you're not instantly going to trust them. So I don't think it's anything you're necessarily doing wrong. I think they're just getting to know you and building that trust. You seem like someone that enjoys self-care, someone that kind of like tries to make their home smell good with like candles and stuff like that. You seem like that type of person that like is very relaxed in your own home, playing like music, um, lighting incense, like lighting candles, like things like that is what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. And then I'm seeing that maybe people think you style your hair really well. Because I'm seeing like a hair straightener in my mind's eye. So maybe people notice how straight or curly your hair is and they think you style it very well. Some people become very obsessed with you after the first meeting and they watch you from afar, either on social media or they keep tabs on you in some way, shape, or form. And I'm also seeing that you have this memorable energy about you in the first meeting where you just meet a stranger and like they'll remember you. It's not like they'll forget you. Even if you don't think about them, they won't forget you. Some people, I don't know how to explain this energy properly, but I'll try. You know, like when you meet someone and you kind of have like, not necessarily a code word with your friend, but you're like, okay, this person from New York City, or oh, this person from this bar or club, um, where you kind of give them that name, like, oh, Sally from New York City, or whatever. Like, I'm seeing some people describe you in some type of way where that's like how they remember you, if that makes sense. People also think that you're someone that probably like takes your sleep very seriously, like you like having good sleep, long sleep, taking naps, maybe like having like some kind of skincare routine before you go to sleep, something about like having a nighttime routine. People kind of assume you're like that. People kind of see you as like this very soft, feminine person if you're a woman. And if you're a man, they do see you as like very masculine and tough in a way. So there's something about like being very feminine or very masculine depending on like your gender. Something about like wearing a lot of sunglasses. Maybe people notice like things you're wearing or the way you're dressing. I don't think that will resonate with everybody, but yeah. People also assume you'd have like siblings, that you're not like an only child. People also think you're that type of person that is classy, but like, let's say someone was rude to you. Like how I said before, you are kind in the first meeting and like very warm and inviting. Let's say someone was like rude or standoffish to you. You don't care, like you'll speak your mind to them. You're gonna say what's on your mind. You're not gonna like hold back with what you're gonna say. They think that you're someone that can defend yourself, speak up for yourself, and maybe even defend or speak up for other friends or people around you, where you're super loyal and protective over those around you, where nobody can mess with them. I keep seeing this energy of like loving to take pictures. Now I'm seeing Pisces energy in my mind's eye. I will mention different zodiac signs, but this could also just be like of people watching you or like the people you've met. So it could be yours or the people you've met, zodiac signs that I mentioned. Yeah, I'm just seeing water sign energy in general as well. You have this like don't mess with me vibe about you that people are intimidated by. And you don't mess with like fakeness in general, like people saying things behind your back and not saying it to your face. People perceive you as the type of person that would rather have someone say something to your face than behind your back. And let's say you were to cut somebody off or stop being friends with somebody or whatever. Once that door closes, that door's closed forever. You're not letting them back in. So you seem like that type of person that is headstrong, where when you decide on something, you're not going back on your decision as well. You also seem like you would be a good host if you were to host parties or events or just invite people to your home. You also seem like very authentic in the way you're dressing. Like you're not, I don't know how to explain what I'm seeing, but like you're not dressing in like a basic way like everybody else dresses. You have like some kind of uniqueness to your style or to the way you dress. I'm not sure the exact style I'm seeing in my mind's eye, what it's called, but it's like very unique. You kind of also seem like someone that's very imaginative, like you daydream a lot. You also kind of seem religious or like you believe in God because I'm seeing a cross in my mind's eye. Doesn't have to be Christianity, but just something about like spirituality, the belief in God, something like that. You also seem like a very nurturing person, the type of friend or uh, person that would take care of like someone that's sick. Like, let's say your friend was sick with like a flu, you'd take care of them, make them soup, or you just seem that way, like a nurturing type of person. You also seem very cleanly and hygienic physically, but also with your space. You seem like you read a lot as well. And you seem like well cultured, like you've probably traveled a lot too, or you want to. Some people are like really afraid of you when they first meet you. I'm getting that you know how to, not necessarily like, I don't feel like you do it on purpose, but I feel like you know how to like give off that don't mess with me vibe. And I keep seeing that over and over again. You're very balanced in this energy where you know how to be kind, you know how to be gentle, but you also know how to stand up for yourself, like I said before. I'm seeing like a lot of spiders, so there's this energy of tapping into your light and dark energy. And you know what the spiders are reminding me of? Like femme fatale energy, seductress energy, or seductive energy in general. Spiders are also linked to the energy of creation. So, with a magician reverse, maybe you're that type of person that is either creative or you use your experiences to kind of teach you certain things where you go and create your dream reality. You kind of like don't let resources hold you back. Where like if you don't have something, you're still gonna try do it to the best of your abilities. If you don't have a skill or a resource, you're just gonna use what you have to make it work, and that's kind of the vibe I get. But I'm also getting this vibe of I'm seeing that sprinkle lady in my mind's eye. So maybe there's something about like dating rich people or something like that. I don't know how true that is, but people maybe think you'd be that type of person to do that. You also seem like that type of person that's not afraid to ask for what you want or receive what you want. You're not going to be that type of person that like tries to act humble and tries to act like you don't want something when you really want it. You're not like those people that are like, "No, don't give me this. It's okay," but deep down they really want it. You don't seem like that type of person. But you don't seem like demanding or entitled either about it. Like, if someone isn't going to give you something you want, you're not going to like be demanding either. So people don't see you like that either. You also seem like that type of person that would rather do things like fast rather than take your time doing things. Like, I'm getting that I don't have time for that energy. Where it's like you want to do something like quickly and you don't want to waste time doing like one task. So maybe you're that type of person that like wants to do many things in one day and you're not going to waste your time doing something for hours and hours and hours. It's unnecessary for you. Or at least that's what people think. You seem like the type that also opens up but also closes off after you open up. So, like when you are vulnerable or when you do open up to strangers, you don't like open up too much where You know, like when you first meet a stranger, obviously you're not gonna let them in fully. Like if you reveal little things about yourself, you're not gonna like overshare too much or make it seem like you have like such a huge emotional bond with them, because I feel like when you meet a stranger, obviously you're not going to be best friends with them on the first day and trust them with everything. So there's something about like opening up but then closing off after that. But not in a bad way of being closed off, but just like opening up little by little. You also seem like the type of friend that would like make surprise parties for your friends and do like little thoughtful things like that, thoughtful gestures. Like let's say someone you know is like graduating and you make like a basket for them. I'm seeing something like that in my mind's eye. And you also seem like the type of person that knows more than you let on about them. I don't know what that means, but that's what I'm hearing. You're also very fascinating and interesting, and people definitely want to get to know you more. But you also seem like the type of person that's not easily like provocable. I feel like people that are like rude or like to provoke people don't want to do that with you. Because you seem like headstrong. You seem like you would defend yourself, how I said before. So they're probably gonna go to someone that doesn't seem like that, seems like more weak in a way. And I know that sounds terrible to say, but obviously people like that think like that. So that's the energy I'm tapping into. So anyways, that is where I'm going to leave with your reading. Let me just get some zodiac signs now to end off. So I did mention the water signs, especially Pisces. I'm getting Aries too, Cancer, Libra, definitely Taurus too, Leo energy, and Capricorn energy. So yeah, I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Hi Pal 2, if you chose the Tiger's Eye Crystal and the Eight of Swords, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how do people see you in the first meeting. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle your cards now. So if you have tattoos or piercings, because I'm very drawn to her tattoos here, perhaps people could notice that and think it looks good. Obviously, like when it comes to tattoos, some people have mixed reactions depending on how they feel. But I feel like most people think there's something like interesting about your tattoos and they would love to know like why you got them, if there's a story behind it, if you got it just because it looked cool. Also, if you have dyed your hair or put in highlights that's like a different color than your natural hair color, people could really like the way it looks and think it suits you. Because I'm also drawn to her hair here, but it kind of looks like she has a little bit of highlights at the front, which is why I mentioned that. We have Justice reverse. We have the Chariot reverse. Oh no, I think my deck was upside down, so these are upright. Sorry. Okay. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles reverse. You also seem like someone with a very interesting backstory. Like, people see you as someone that isn't just one-dimensional. You seem like you've experienced the vastness of life. It seems like you've seen things, you've experienced things. I don't really know what that is. It could be different for all of you, but that is what I'm seeing right off the bat. You're not just physically attractive, but you also seem like you have an interesting backstory, and you seem like you have an actual personality that has depth to it. That's what people think when they first meet you. You also seem very eager to kind of like talk to people, and it makes them feel special, like you're truly excited to see them. Especially if it's like someone special you're meeting. Because I'm getting this energy of like some people seeing it like a lot of people hide their eagerness for certain things. And it doesn't even have to just be when it comes to meeting them. Like, let's say you're eager about something you're about to do, or plans you have, or something exciting for the future. You're not afraid to show that excitement and joy. You kind of seem like a bundle of joy, but you also kind of seem like you don't hide when you're truly like happy about something, or truly like excited about something. You don't seem embarrassed by it like some people do. You also seem like a very lovable, affectionate type of person based off their first meeting with you. Even if you aren't affectionate with strangers, maybe you just seem like an affectionate person, like once you get to know a person. You seem like you've also gone through things with the Eight of Swords, the Chariot, but you've been able to get through it and kind of like move past it. You seem to have like held on to things that happened to you like in the past, whatever you went through, but you also seem to be trying to let go of it now and create new experiences for yourself. It's almost like you're in this phase of getting unstuck and finding things that truly make you happy. Finding your own freedom. You also seem like this grounded, responsible type of person when people first meet you. You seem like someone that knows how to save. You seem like you have your life together, like you're getting things done, things ticked off your to-do list. You just seem put together in some way. You also don't seem like you're hiding anything or like you're secretive. I wouldn't say you're like an open book to strangers, but you do seem and come across as truthful. Some people think they can build a relationship kind of fast with you. Especially like if you just click in some way. I don't feel like that's everybody that meets you that feels that way. People also see you as like the mom or dad of the friend group, the type of person that takes care of others, or the responsible one in the friend group. The one that kind of like stops other people from making bad decisions. You also seem like the type of person that would give someone truthful advice. You wouldn't like enable bad behavior or like let them make a bad decision. So you're probably the type of person people would come to for truthful, honest advice, but caring. It's like you truly care to give them the truth, to not lie to them and say yes to everything they want to do, you know what I mean? And when people don't listen to your advice, you seem like you're still there for them. Like you want to say I told you so, but you refrain from doing that, but like you're still there for them anyway when they're kind of like picking up the pieces from making a bad decision, I mean. But you don't seem judgmental either. You seem like very mature as well. Especially like in intellect and mindset. You also seem like you were raised well with manners. And you seem like someone that would be a great mother or father yourself if you are already or if you do want to become one. And even if you don't, maybe something about like being good with children. Like I'm seeing someone here, for example, that's a teacher or has siblings that have young children or something. Something about having very nice eyes, friendly eyes. And people love when you smile, like the way your eyes look when you smile. Like, you know, when your eyes smile with you, with your smile, I mean. You also seem very graceful. You also seem like the type of person that thinks about what you say before you say it. You're not just like speaking before you think. Like, let's say someone was to ask you a question. Maybe you're the type of person that takes like a few seconds pause to think about what you're going to say first. You don't seem like the most talkative, but you also don't seem quiet either. You seem like kind of in the middle. Like, you'll say something if you have something important to say, but you're not just gonna like... You don't seem like that type of person that likes listening to yourself speak. Just like saying nonsense the whole time. You also seem to be like good with time. Like, maybe you're someone that's like always on time. Or good with time management. Communication is important to you. You prefer the truth and you prefer people be honest with you rather than lie to you. So let's say a friend was to cancel on you, like, that's okay as long as they let you know beforehand so that you are prepared for what's going on rather than just like ghosting and not telling you what's going on. Let's say someone is not looking for a serious relationship, for example. You just want to know the truth rather than them lying to you. I'm just using examples. Those don't have to resonate, but that's what I'm seeing in terms of like how people see you. People also wonder where you're from. So I see them like wondering where you are from, like culturally, what languages you speak, etc., and like being interested in learning about that. Also, when people meet you and they know somebody that you know, they find it very cool. Like, oh, I know this person and you know this person, but we haven't met until now. So something like that's coming through for me in my mind's eye. Sometimes people want to tell you secrets of theirs or things that are very personal when they first meet you, but they don't know if they can tell you. Like, obviously they don't know you yet, so they don't know if you're gonna like tell their secrets to other people or not. So sometimes people wonder, like, are you that type of person that like is careful with other people's secrets, or would you like just tell other people? You also seem like very careful in the way of you won't do something very self-destructive. You're careful with your decisions. You try to make good decisions that are practical for your life, and you almost seem like that type of person that thinks with your head and not your heart. When making decisions, you like to make practical choices or go with the route that makes most sense to you and your life, that fits perfectly like with your life. Some people feel like they really get along with you when they first meet you. Like, you guys just almost like are a piece of the same puzzle and you fit perfectly together. So some people feel like they could continue like seeing you and meeting up with you and hanging out with you after the first meeting, and they want to. You also seem humble to people you first meet. You don't like seem like someone that's cocky or thinks you're superior to others. But you also seem independent and you have initiative. So people assume that you'd be that type of person where, like, let's say you're working. You don't need your boss to tell you, go do this and this and this. You do it on your own. Or you don't need your parents or whoever, a partner, whoever, to tell you what to do. You do it on your own. I'm seeing marriage material energy because I'm seeing in my mind's eye someone put a ring on somebody else's finger. You also seem like that type of person that would have an interest in singing or dancing. I don't know why, but I'm seeing that in my mind's eye. You also seem healthy and physically fit, like you take care of your health, like you go to the gym, eat healthy. But you also don't seem like someone that's like extreme with healthy eating, like you'll treat yourself once in a while. You also seem like the type of person that drinks a lot of water because you just look healthy. like your body, your skin, your hair. People also like want to know certain things about like where you got this from. Like let's say you have a nice lipstick color or nice shoes or a nice top or whatever. It's like people want to know where you got it from. And I'm hearing people want to know what your secret sauce is, like how you do certain things. You also seem like the type of person that has many talents but doesn't like give yourself that recognition or like says, oh, I'm so talented. Like I'm seeing someone, for example, that's like very talented at something, but then they don't like tell people, oh, I'm good at this. They kind of just do it on their own secretly, and then maybe later that person finds out, oh, you're good at this, why didn't you show me? And you kind of like seem kind of embarrassed to show people your hobbies or your interests or the things you're good at. So I'm seeing that in my mind's eye. You also don't seem like the type of person that plays mind games with people to try and get what you want. Like you're honest and upfront. You also seem straightforward. You don't have time to like beat around the bush, is what I'm hearing. People see you as someone that may be easily stressed out, but hardworking, and people think you may do certain things to help you de-stress. People may also see you as the type of person that prefers phone calls over text. And they might see you as the type of person that appreciates romance, like actual romance, in the sense of someone like doing cute gestures or courting a person, or like if you're a woman, like maybe you appreciate someone being kind of gentlemanly. I'm kind of seeing that energy. And if you're a man, maybe you act like a gentleman. Of course, I think it depends on your sexuality as well, but like just take what resonates. People also see you as the type of person that would be open to trying new things. Like let's say trying new foods that you haven't tried before, or listening to a new genre of music you haven't tried before, movies, series, whatever. Like I'm just seeing this open-minded energy. And even like foods from other cultures. You seem like a committed person, a monogamous person. Like when you get into a relationship, you'll be dating the person for long, like dating for marriage, that kind of energy. And you also seem like that type of person where if you're going to have a drink or two, you're probably going to drink water after and like not get drunk out of your mind. Like you know how to compose yourself. That's the vibe people get from you. You also seem like the type of person that would rather take things slowly, like get to know a person slowly. I know that kind of contradicts what I said earlier about like some people thinking they can, move fast in a relationship with you, but that's when you truly like click with the person. But with most people, you prefer to take things slow, get to know them slowly. And even when it comes to tasks or goals of yours, you'd prefer to go the slow route. At least that's what they think, where you're doing everything properly. You're not like rushing through the process. You also seem like the type of person that stops and smells the roses. You don't like rush through life. And you embrace the journey. You seem like someone that's also a pet lover. Like you probably have a lot of pets of your own. That's what people kind of assume when they first meet you. But people also think you may deal with anxiety or panic attacks. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. You just seem like a beautiful person inside and out, truly. But I think that maybe some of you have dealt with grief or loss. You have a lot of like your own personal power within you, but maybe you don't always like show it or know that it's there, or like dominate the room with it. Does that make sense? You don't seem like a dominant person at all. You don't even seem like someone that likes conflict at all. Okay, so that is all I have for you. Now I'm just going to channel some zodiac signs. This could be your zodiac sign or the signs of the people in the first meeting with you. I'm seeing Taurus, Sagittarius, but this would be, if you are a Sagittarius, you'd be like not the typical Sagittarius. You'd probably be like a very responsible Sagittarius, or you maybe have like other Sagittariuses meeting you. I'm also seeing Leo energy. The earth signs in general, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but I'm mostly getting Taurus. Gemini, Libra. I'm now getting Virgo, 6th house energy. And I'm also getting Scorpio. So that is all I have for you. I really hope this reading resonated. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Hi Pile 3, if you chose the Amethyst crystal and the King of Cups, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how people see you when they first meet you. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle your cards now. Okay, so I am seeing gossip for some reason. Like, you are very well known within your community. Like, even before you meet people, people know of you. People like to speak about you. And I take that as a compliment if I were you, to be like very well known to the point where even if you don't know someone, they know of you and they know maybe certain things about you, not like everything about you, but certain things based off what they heard. So I think some people in their first meeting may have a biased perspective of you based off what they've already heard, where they're not giving you like this unbiased perspective. And some of it may be due to gossip, things that were said about you, but also just like your overall reputation. So since it's coming through as a little bit of a biased perspective, I would take the things said here with a grain of salt. Okay, so spirit guides of Pile 3. I'm also seeing like a lot of people watch you and just know of you, which is very interesting. I don't know if you're someone that just like knows a lot of people, or if you're just like the talk of the town or something. But let's see. So spirit guides of Pile 3. How do people see Pile 3 when they first meet them? The 6 of Cups reverse. So you could also have like a lot of people from your past speaking about you, and then people that know people from your past, when they meet you or see you online, maybe they have a different perspective of you because of that. The 4 of Cups reverse. The 10 of Wands. The 9 of Cups. And the 3 of Swords. Okay, so based off what I said with the gossip and like people talking about you, not all of it is bad, not all of it is good. I'm going to tell you what I see here. So I see one group of people that are coming across as very fake to me, very two-faced. Like the kind of energy of smile on your face, talk behind your back. And so I see them like talking to you, being very animated, like with their facial expressions, like trying to be nice to you, but it's a fake nice. But then I feel like that's just their character. Like they talk about everybody behind their back, so I wouldn't take that personally because that's just who they are. So they see you as someone that's confident within yourself, where you don't really seem to give a F what people think about you. I'm seeing Gemini energy and 5th house energy, Leo energy in my mind's eye. You seem to kind of like keep your cards close to your chest, not reveal a lot about yourself. And they want you to reveal a lot about yourself because they like the tea, they like to gossip. And sometimes, like, let's say they hear a rumor about you, they want to ask you if it's true, but then they don't want to because that would mean that would reveal another person's, like, rumor or gossip on you. Now, I see another group of people that really like you and really admire you, and they kind of have heard good things about you. And so when they get to know you, they're like, no wonder so many people like this person. Like, I now see why people talk about this person like this. Then there's another group of people that have maybe heard bad gossip about you. And then they get to know you in the first meeting and they're like, oh, I don't know why this person said this about you. You're so nice. In their head, they're thinking that. They're like, I don't know how this person got this perspective of this person because you're so nice. I see that. So there's 3 groups of people here. And then I guess people from your past that talk about you, and the people associated with them may like watch you, like look on your social media, maybe someone that knew someone from your past bumped into you. So let me see what these different groups of people think. Let me see what I can channel. I keep seeing Gemini energy in my mind's eye for some reason. I also see like a teacup, so a lot of people just like hearing things about you and gathering information on you to collect more tea. So I'd say for you, it would be a great thing to continue holding your cards close to your chest, being private, especially when you first meet someone and you don't know what their intentions are. And again, I take that as a compliment if you're so well known and so like talked about by people that it's almost like you're a celebrity in your own town. Like a lot of people know you or know of you. They think that you have a stable job, that you make an honest living, yet they see you as someone that may dabble in the occult. I don't know if that will resonate with only some of you. Only take it if it resonates. They may see you as someone with an expensive or luxurious taste, or that you like brand names or something, because I'm seeing Gucci in my mind's eye. You also seem like the type of person that wouldn't mind experimenting with different things like once in a while. Dabbling in certain things, experimenting with certain things for fun. That could be like fashion styles, dyeing your hair a different color, traveling, I don't know. But I'm just getting that energy. You also seem like someone that like talks very fast, thinks very fast, very witty, but you also seem like a very cheerful person. Like nothing can get you down for long. Yes, things have broken your heart before, but you will always find your way back to your desired like state of emotion. And you also don't back down from a challenge. You're not scared from a challenge. That's what they think of you. Some people think that the haters make you shine even more. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but I am. Like, because you have haters that hate on you, it means that there's something about you that they see within you. And so some people like choose to not listen to the haters and what they say about you and see it as like, oh, they have something about them that this person's jealous of or something. So I'm seeing some people see it in that perspective, where they think that some people are just like trying to tear you down because you seem happy and because you seem like you're getting what you want with life. Actually, in fact, a lot of people think you're getting what you want in life with the 9 of Cups, but it hasn't always been that way with the 3 of Swords next to it. You've had to go through a lot of heartbreak and ups and downs, and even with the 10 of Wands, challenge to get to where you wanted to be. So you've gone after your wishes, you've gone after your dreams or your goals or where you wanted to be in life, and you followed that, and you haven't like let anything take you off that path, even challenge. So it's been a long road coming there, and you may still be on that path of going towards that, but you haven't like let anything stop you from experiencing the joy you want to experience in life. You seem kind of sassy as well. Like you'd have like witty comebacks. You also seem like someone with a good sense of humor. I'm getting hardworking energy. I'm also getting that people think you wouldn't mind casual relationships. Like sexually, I mean. So some of the haters, don't get offended by this. These are haters for a reason. But some of the haters think you faked certain tears of yours to get empathy or sympathy from others, which is so strange that they would think that. Like, anyways, you also kind of seem unbothered. Like, you don't really care much about what other people say or think. Even if you're watching this reading, it's not like if you hear something you don't like, it's not like your whole world's gonna fall apart or that you're gonna become insecure. You just seem very secure with yourself. That's what people think and how people see you in the first meeting. And you also don't seem to beat yourself up when you make mistakes. You just fix that mistake and continue and carry on, or at least that's how they see you. You seem very loyal to your friends, your best friends. I'm seeing like 1 or 2 best friends that you're very close with, and people kind of think you're 2 peas in a pod, or like maybe you have a partner that you're best friends with or something. People also think that you're very helpful and you would help anybody in need. But you also seem like a spontaneous, adventurous person. Like you do things fearlessly, and you're not afraid to try things that are maybe a little bit scary but would be fun. Like I'm seeing someone go on like roller coasters, which reminds me of like someone that's almost like fearless and like likes to try fun things, and they're not like scared to try it, you know. They embrace the fear and make it fun. So that's how they're seeing you. You also seem like the type of person that wouldn't get offended if somebody copies you. You'd be like twins or rematching or something. And it also seems like you're a very passionate lover, where people have seen you have like very passionate connections, or they assume you've had like very passionate connections, or they've heard of your passionate connections, but somehow like some of those flames burnt out before something like truly happened. So maybe you've been someone that has gotten to know like a few people, dated around a few people, and some of those things didn't work out, or like it ended too soon, or something is coming through like that. You also seem like the type of person that wouldn't be like afraid of horror movies. I don't know why, but I'm seeing that. And you seem kind of like someone that would embrace friendly competition. And I'm not talking about like being competitive in a toxic way, but I'm talking about like, let's say you play a game with someone, you'd kind of be a little bit competitive, but in a friendly way, not in a harsh or weird way, if that makes sense. You also seem very observant, and you seem like you notice and remember little things about people, like their name, little things about them that they told you. Like, let's say they meet you day 1, then maybe 2 weeks later they see you again, and you remember something small about them that they didn't think you would remember. They take note of that. And some people, like when they see you for the first time, they're kind of like making mental notes of who you are in their mind, and they're kind of trying to figure you out and put the pieces together of like who you are. I do get that a lot of people, like after meeting you, internet stalk you and like go through everything to try and figure you out. But some people, I don't know why you have this, but some people, like, they'll meet you and maybe you'll introduce them to maybe a new music genre, you'll introduce them to a new fashion style, or you'll introduce them to something like maybe a new hobby that you've always done. And then they'll take that on and make that their whole personality. I don't know why, but I'm seeing that. I don't know if you've experienced that, and I don't feel like it will resonate with everybody, only take it if you resonate. You also seem like the type of person that's very generous, but I feel like people think you've attracted a lot of energy vampires or people that just kind of like want to take or use you. But maybe you're not the type of person that's generous all the time, but like let's say you get paid today and you have like extra money, you would be generous, but not like every day. You also are the type of person people wouldn't get bored of. Like, people could hang out with you again and again and again, and it never gets boring. And obviously, they think that after seeing you a few times, or they assume you'd be that way, like in the first meeting. Even when you feel like you're in a situation where there's no positive ending, maybe in that moment you're feeling really challenged, but then you always find a way out, or you always find that things always work out in the best way. And so you've learned to kind of approach challenges with a mindset of, you know, I've been through things before and I always got out of it. And even if it didn't seem so in the moment, I always did. So maybe you have that kind of mindset. That's how people see you when they first meet you. People also kind of think there's links to the past where it never truly disappears, even if you're over that person. So, for example, I'm seeing Selena Gomez in my mind's eye, and you know how people are always linking her to Justin Bieber, even though they dated a long time ago and they broke up a long time ago and now she's getting married. You know, people still find a way to link her to her past. So, Spirit is showing me that as an example. People also think that you're someone that has like a healthy way of showing love, but that you've also learned to protect your peace and your boundaries. And people also think you're kind of stubborn. No one's going to change your mind on something. And once you've set your opinion on something, no one's going to change your opinion either. They can debate with you all they want, but your opinion's not going to change. And I also feel like you've learned which battles to pick as well. Like, not everything is going to lead into a conflict or into a fight or anything like that. You've learned when to let things go, and you've learned when to address certain things. I think people that are small-minded and aren't like actively following their dreams or following what kind of sets their heart on fire, the dreams that almost seem impossible may look at you like your things are impossible to reach, or like your dreams are too big, but I don't think that's necessarily true. And I think people that are maybe also like afraid to go after their dreams but want to deep inside may feel inspired by you and feel like a little bit more courageous after seeing you do it, because they feel like, okay, if they can do it, if they can take that leap of faith, then so can I. So I feel like you have mixed reactions depending on where they're at mentally. And again, like, I'm getting this very talkative energy from you. Like, you have a lot to say. You have a lot of like opinions on different things, and like you always want to share your ideas and like thoughts on things, certain topics, conversations. Like, you always have like interesting stories to share as well. The conversation never gets dry with you, even if there's like an awkward silence. Like, you're always gonna find something to say that continues the conversation or keeps the conversation going. And people think that you've probably dealt with betrayals, but you try to not let it get to you. Some people see you doing the things they've always wanted to do that they haven't had the courage to do, and they kind of feel a little bit of jealousy and envy towards you for doing that first. It's almost like this competitive feeling of like, oh, you did it first, now what's the point of me doing it because you already did it? And that they're rolling their eyes and thinking that. I don't know if that's what I see. Weird, but that's what I see. I don't know why I'm seeing this vision, but some people think that you don't really respect your parents. I don't know if they've actually seen you talk to your parents or not, or if this is just an assumption of theirs. But like, I'm seeing a vision of someone's mom make like cookies, and then they're like speaking to their mom disrespectfully. So yeah, I don't know why that's coming through. That may not even be true, but it's just what's coming through. And you know what I want to say about that? Like, especially if you have a bad relationship with your parents, sometimes people don't always see it from your perspective. Like, I know for me, there was a point in my life where, I know this is not about me, but like, I'm just talking about my experience to kind of like relate to it. I know for me, there was a point where I had like a not so great relationship with one of my parental figures, and I was going no contact with them. But at one point, they kind of like reached out to me, and they were trying to change and fix our relationship and heal our relationship. And I told people that I've gone no contact with them, and people would be like, "Oh, but that's still your father, or that's still your mother. Like, you should still talk to them." And I feel like sometimes people don't always understand the situations you're in, if that is the case, like if you relate to that. Some people, I'm also getting this is a separate message, not connected to the previous one, but some people feel entitled to know what's going on in your life, and they feel entitled to sort of influence decisions that you're making in your life, which they have no business doing. But I feel like a lot of people try to put their nose in your business, even strangers. You also seem like someone that would give to charity or donate. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. And you seem like someone that sometimes gives up on things when things get hard, but then you always find your way back to it after like experiencing those emotions associated to it, if that makes sense. Like, let's say I'm like throwing this thing down, I'm like, oh, this is too hard, I don't want to do it. And then I'm experiencing those emotions, and then maybe a day later I come back to it and I'm ready to start again and try again. So even when you give up, you don't truly give up. That's what I see. Well, that's just what people think and how people see you. And you just seem like a very free, outgoing person. Like, again, very fun. Someone people wouldn't get bored of. Yet mysterious at the same time. So yeah, that's what I see about you. That's all I can channel for you. So now I'm just going to take a look at any zodiac signs I can pick up on. This could be your sign or the signs of people that first met you. So earlier I did mention Gemini. I'm seeing it again. Every time I close my eyes, I'm like seeing the Gemini symbol when I'm tapping in clairvoyantly. Okay, I'm also seeing Capricorn energy, Pisces, Virgo, Aquarius, Leo, and Libra. For some reason, Leo and Libra came up, and Pisces came up with a lot within all three piles. So that is all I have for you. I really hope this reading resonated. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time.